Ah, hi everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hmm, it is a day that I have just been sort of building up to. I was planning on doing playing the MSQ properly true, but apparently one of my characters does not want to log in. The one I was planning to do. I'm gonna try and get see if a different character is going to log in properly. I'm gonna see if Alize Alt will log in because it's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying when when your original main character does not want to log in, and I'm like, but why? Full disclosure, Gloria was not my first main character. I rolled Gloria back during Stormblood, and I had Kyrie during the 1.0 days. I did not have her long enough to get my legacy tattoo though. I often tell the story where it's like I like to mention that there was a time where I was like, oh yeah, I'd like to play this game, and then and then there was like, oh, but for I wasn't able to play the game because my computer literally melted. I wasn't able to play Final Fantasy 14 because it was just too powerful for my computer. And I was like, but why? I didn't get a chance to play it. I was so sad about it. Oh gosh, that was upsetting and frustrating. I was like, oh go no, no. It was so terrible, and I was like, no. I guess this is never to be what it's going to be. And I was just frustrated, sad, and annoyed. But you know what? It turned out well in the end. I was able to get my stuff worked out, and here I am. I'm like 13 years deep into Final Fantasy, and just as long as I have been in WoW, which is WoW is like 15 years deep, just about the same amount of time. And it's like, you know, I have my reasons for being here this long, and it's great. I enjoy having invested this much time in there. So you know, having a lot of fun and just playing the game that I want to do. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna play the base game Endwalker until to the completion and see where it goes, and we'll see how that works out. No skipping story. No skipping story. We're taking it easy. Taking it easy, and we'll sort of do a recollective of how everything works out. You know. Fortunately, I have characters that have been sitting at the beginning of Endwalker for a while now, and I've been wanting to get through them for a while, and and like let's see here, what's coming up. Well, there you go. I'm just gonna pin this. There you go. Just gonna pin that, and I'll be there as a reminder. and just pin this here. Manually unpin it after the stream. There you go. I know it's pretty old for new players to be whinging about Endwalker spoilers, but there are some people who are rushing through it, and it's like I know some people are just like are wondering, oh, what's this hullabaloo about Endwalker? What's this hullabaloo about Dawn Trail? I'm like, there is stuff about how some people want to know all about it, and I'm like, okay, that's valid. I will do some stuff, and I know some people are just like, hey, it'd be kind of cool to do things all over again and see what's coming on, because Dawn Trail's big crazy mess, and there'll be stuff going on there. We've seen some of the things that are coming up. I'm really interested about the astrologian stuff, because I've never been a big astrologian person, but like when it comes to all said and done, I like the crazy new things that they're developing in there, and the idea that I have no RNG on my cards. Hey, that's great. That's great. I like that. That's incredible. I will defend that to the ends of the earth, and that'll be incredible. Okay, so that being said, let's change the title of the stream. Final Fantasy 14 online. And then let's go to the right overlay. And yeah, this is my Alice character. I did not the character I wanted to play with. She just will not stay logged in today. She is stuck. I guess it's because I logged her out in Blunderville, and now she is stuck. I'm unable to log her out. And I guess for whatever reasons, I'm not able to log her out anymore. It's frustrating, because I was so ready to play the episodes, because I had made some progress on her already. I'm like, it's time to get back, get to do the stuff, and I'm like, it's like, no, this is not happening. It's not happening. What are you gonna do? I suppose. It could be a whole lot worse, though. Paladesian Annex. Inside with me then. Beck brought Alice and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. Pleasure to finally meet you, Alice. I heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika. Sunjika. It's been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Sunjika, administration officer for students of Baldassian. He oversees the day-to-day businesses of the Annex. A champion or yours, is featured prominently in Crowd and Growhouse reports. So for me, it is akin to seeing a fabled hero come to life. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. This place is like a second home for the students. Isla's Val served as the main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Charlian. Whoever to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. An annex here was built to build and provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the isle itself, vanished with the annex that serves as our base of operations. Yet, it feels so empty. There's so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we'll see the students rise again. First, we must ensure that the Lafalori fall. Through that door on the left is the main hall where we discuss our options moving forward. We'll spend a lot of time in that door. Once everyone arrives, that is, you'll probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. Private quarters provided for you and Arden, so please feel free to make yourself at home. And a nap rail is perfect for afternoon doze. I didn't mean to give you a wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. It was simply that we were often so busy with research, or exhausted from journeys abroad, we slipped into the Arden to steal a few winks. Thus became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even though such many naps may last well into the following morning. Say the word, and I'd be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. It's good to have a designated place to stay nowadays. Have papers pasted on the walls of your room. It was not unusual for occupants to pin up notes and documents and such. We get to take them down and take them when they went on their merry way. Sometimes it's quite deliberate, though. We see complaints addressed to other members or a thank you card for engrossing literature someone left behind. With our traditions, I should know better to dwell upon. If we are to create a future of students of Valdesian and so many others, we must look to the days ahead. It's been a while since I've actually narrated something. It's been there's a lot of stuff that I haven't done on this game. Feeling refreshed and alert. Colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I just would stay here and wait for him to join us.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
There we go.
It's fine, Oriange. We're all here now. Let's get down to business then, shall we?
Yes, please.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Charlian, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The Bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Charlian focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. At the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
Absolutely sus on their part.
Was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it.
Yes, send the man with the stealth in.
Potential path. It concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Charlian colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Of course it is.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Well, I guess that's where I'm going first.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Charlian is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts...
All too common one. You have no idea.
...to lead the charge on both fronts.
Yeah, it's okay. You just split Alice in half. We'll do it.
To tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Charlian. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
You always do. You always do.
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Well, you know, let's split
To understand even a fraction of what our father
split the Alizés in half. One Alizé goes in one direction, one Alizé goes in the other direction.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
Estonian Vavenir is on the other is in the wrong direction.
So for this
How did you
mission,
actually
me and Urian
travel through Favnir on your way to the Empire?
Give me a moment
AN.
afterwards, and I'll supply
Hi.
you with all the details of Nadana's request.
Waking up with a greasy burrito from a Mexican restaurant in hand.
May our investigations move
That actually sounds lovely. Considering that I haven't had a burrito in ages. I need to get a burrito for myself one of these days. The character I was planning on playing with, she is locked. I don't know how, but I cannot log in onto her. I am unable to log in on her. She is for some reason my character is I'm unable to log in on her because she's literally whenever I try to log in on her, I get 9,002. I get aired out, and my character basically gets kicked out of the kicked out, and if I do get in, then I get 10 1002'd. 102'd. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. I don't know why, but but I think it's because I left her logged in in Blunderville, and it's causing an error. So I submitted a bug report to the GMs, and I'm gonna ask them to unstick her. I'm gonna ask him to send her back to her home home area, and see if that will help. Because this is clearly not my problem. I've tried unlocking my character. I've tried sending her over to another server. I've tried resetting my router. I've tried restarting my router. Well, I haven't tried restarting my router yet, but because my brother's using the internet and stuff. But like, it's frustrating because I don't know why I'm unable to use it, but I just don't know why. Just don't know why. Here, watch this. Watch this. I can log in. I can log in. I can log in on my character. Go to Kyrie. It'll try to log me in. I already been sent to New Gridania because I've been sent in different directions, and it's gonna error me out. It's gonna start logging me in. And I don't know. Maybe it won't. It will. Maybe it won't. Streamer luck. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe. Please. See, there it goes. 90002, and it's just this character. It's just this character. I don't know why, but I changed to like say Nashu, for example. I changed to Nashu. I changed to Gloria. I cannot. I can go into the game, and it allows me to go in. I don't know why. It's weird. Like I go here with Nashu, and go here with Nashu, and then check these, and these are almost done. Yeah, yeah, Nashu's fine. Fine. I think it's because I logged her out in Blunderville, and the game is still thinking I'm in Blunderville, and that's the biggest issue. Because I'm not supposed to be in Blunderville, because Blunderville is turned off now. And it's causing an error. If Blunderville is causing the error, then I think that's the biggest issue right now. Because if Blunderville is causing the error, then I know that's probably the issue. Because I have a feeling it's Blunderville. That was the issue. Go and talk to Kit. Just like to call her Lampy NPC. Has the same energy as Lampy. Cause she's like, you have a little bit of wee bit of sickness coming your way. And it's like, told her if right. And I'm like, I can understand why. I can't wait for all these potato models and clipping issues to be solved. Solved when 7.0 comes out. Because like, even now, even though the outfits look really good, you can still see there's like clipping issues with the animations and stuff, and some things just don't move the way they should. And I'm like, I understand why we want to have a graphical update. Like, everything looks really good. But it's a 10-year-old game, and we want to just update it just a little bit. And there's little graphical bugs everywhere sometimes, and depends on how things. Can't believe Mario Jumpman is finally doing his MSQ. This guy was AFK for like most of Endwalker, and now he's finally doing his MSQ.
Right, we're all set. Just the 4 of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavner.
She sounds so disappointed. Disappointed that she doesn't get to send another person.
Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath.
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness.
Oh no.
What?
Oh? Oh, what did he do? Oh. Oh yeah, I need to see that. I need to see that. That looks hilarious. I saw some of the video of that, and I'm like, I need to take a look at that.
Thavnir, home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between two...
Told a friend about your predicament? About my predicament?
where cultures
What did he say?
one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay for a time.
I really like the presentation of this zone.
Now across
Looks so
this
good.
ancient isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
This is so good. This is a server from the character menu.
What chance?
Like an actual server or a world.
Against such an insidious foe.
Okay. An actual server, not a DC VO. Okay. Server visit. Okay. Yeah, I'll just get through this, and get unnauseated in a second.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Moon Rabbit. No, it's the Fall Guys. Yeah, it's the Fall Guys.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let Estinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Well, time to get up and brave the stomach. All right, so visit the server from the character menu. All right, I'll give it a try. That's a ripoff. This is one of the greatest moments. This is honestly one of the greatest moments in the game. Merchant is swindling me. I feel like Endwalker is it's paradoxical in a lot of ways. It's like there's a lot of moments where you're like, oh, this is hilarious, this is hilarious, and then it just tears your hearts out, and it's like, oh no, what is even happening? The Spirit of Tara's wrath. Local vendor. How much did it cost? 9,400 gil. Oh, it is excessive. It is very excessive. People have fallen on hard times. Yeah. Okay, and we got two things on Lassie too, so that actually makes up for it. All right, so I'm going to go on tune to the Aephorite, and then I'm going to try and grab, see if I can't see if I can't do the thing you said your friend said I could do. So, what was it? You said visit World Center. Mateus. Do I log in? Or do I log out? Or do I return myself to sender? Try and log in? Okay. Alright. Alright, let's try and log in. I know, right? It sends me to Mateus, the other congested congested server. And I'm like, hi. Hi. Come on. Come on. Please. 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 No! Let's try and send myself to another one. Marlboro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Iona. Come on. Please. Log me in. I don't think it's going to log me in. I don't think this is going to log me in. Oh, man. What is even happening with this character? Nope. 10, 10105. What? What is 10105? What is 10105? Okay. Let's return to home world. Let's try that. What is error 10105? It honestly says I have to flush my DNS DNS to run it. I'm like, but why? Oh my gosh. I don't know why this is happening. I'll just go back to the okay, so error code disconnection to client side, computer connection with the internet. I'm getting client side and error client sided and server sided. So I guess in general I have to computer connection with the internet. That's weird. That's very weird. I usually don't have these connection issues. Issues with it, and especially not just with one character too. That's just very weird. How and oh maybe yeah it only work is I'm only having problems with one character. I don't know why. Why it's just with one character. One character that I'm having issues with, and it's working for every other character but for one character. And I was like, I don't know why. That's fine though, as long as I have something. Maybe it's because there's a storm or something. but I restarted my computer and I did troubleshooting a while ago. So I don't know why this is being so weird as of late. Because it's just weird. I don't know. It doesn't want to behave. That's the problem. Seafaring vessels. Because like normally I wouldn't have an issue here, but I guess for some reason my connection is shoddy. I don't know. Maybe my provider is having some issues. And normally my provider doesn't have any issues, but like right now, I think my provider is having a lot of problems, which is uh, which is the problem in general. Might be another shot, yeah. I'm I sent a message to uh I sent a message to Square Enix asking them to look into it, and we'll see if they can check out to see if there's any problems on their end. We'll see if there's any problems coming on on the uh, on the computer of anything else. I think we might need to power cycle the of system a little. Have to power cycle of power cycle of the modem, because we haven't really power cycled the modem in a long while. Because it's been a while since we've actually done that, and I'm like should probably figure that out pretty soon here. Adventure. Oh, okay. We're gonna sell fish. Hi there. This one. I was a fresh fish today. Fishmonger. Ah, yes. Fish. Good for the soul. Good for the soul. Good for the eating. Fish. Multiple times trained a fisherman in me. There is one over there. Asheline. Okay, so fruit. What do you need so many Amara for? Where are you constantly hungry? Are you actually hungry? Well, gorging on food I like. Do you like fish? Okay, and saladine are perfect in the soup. Yeah, it is. They get a little little trippier because the first choice can actually just can actually completely negate your entire sale if you choose the wrong response. However, busy. Remember sickness? Just ate a little too quickly. Easy and savor your food. Can't be idle. How do you intend to prepare? Do we have any suitable nuts? Yeah. Right, produce, grabbing a cucumber and the like. Yeah, because he's stockpiling supplies, so you don't want to give him fresh fish because then it would go bad. You want to give him dried stuff. There you go, Matsuya. I was hoping to do the other Hivex. I mean, I am a little annoyed already because I can't log in onto a character I wanted to play. But thank you for the annoying. I like it. I like it. Gunbreaker cat. It is just howling rain down out here. This is like pouring rain. I mean, you're in England, right? You're in British Isles. If it's not raining, I'd be surprised if it wasn't raining. No pun intended, but like no stereotyping intended, but like I'd be surprised if it wasn't raining at this time of year. Isn't it the rainy season over there? We just like I read that in like who's it called? The guy who played the robot in that one movie with the gloomy voice. Uh, who was it? Alan Rickman. Yeah, Alan Rickman. I read that in the yeah. I read that in his gloomy voice. It's like normally gloomy, just like me. I miss Alan Rickman. He was a good. He was a good. He was a good one. He was a fun actor. He had this incredible energy that was like you could put him into any kind of acting situation, and it's like you bring his deadpan sort of snark to a situation that would be like, I see. It is but the terribleness of the situation that would drive a lesser man insane. Oh, where's my why don't I have any Kokobo stuff? Yeah, you sleep. I expect you to be fully rested when you get up. Okay, be a fully rested Bork. Those men came. Well, we can always escort you. Strange fiends enter the tower. Or divinities. Calling the tower Zot. Alright. Alright. Well, I like I like how ridiculous the first dungeon is. I wish they kept that up, you know? The first dungeon was absolutely nuts. I loved that about this expansion. Hardest wall multiples, yeah. Yeah. Where was this morning when I was healing? Oh my gosh. There was a new newbie tank, probably around level 74. The poor sod. I did not give him a commendation because he was wall to walling in Doma Castle, and the guy was I was his healer. I was not impressed with him because he literally was not using cooldowns. He was using all his DPS cooldowns, but he was he was only using Rampart. He was literally only using Rampart. Hey, the world boss just spawned. Cool. I know, right? Ah, but like, gosh dang it! If you're going to tank, literally stop not using your cooldowns and don't use them when you're about to die. You use them properly. Use them properly. Use your tank cooldowns effectively. You gotta roll them. Yeah, you gotta roll them. Don't do it when you think you're gonna die, because I got into an argument one time with a warrior tank, and he was like, "Oh, but I use my cooldowns only when I'm about to die." I'm like, "That's not how you use them." And he's like, "But it's worked in the past. I do it in WoW all the time." I'm like, "Ah." I'm like, "WoW tanks and their bullheadedness. Stop it. You don't do it." Yeah, you need a Dawn Trail. You need a Dawn Trail pre-order. Yeah, but you're being pulled back in because of healer shenanigans, aren't you? You got called back into the fray because of healer astrologian changes. Oh, and by the way, they took out plunge. Took out plunge on Dark Knight. Now you have a charge. You don't have plunge anymore. You have charge now. Because I understand why you don't have plunge anymore. Plunge was a little bit of a liability in general. I mean, given the source of the situation in general, I understand why you would take a plunge. It's better for the game in general. Feels much more reliable. Oh, here we go. The best cutscenes. The best cutscenes. Yeah, they really are. I haven't looked at all of them yet, but I may do that at near the end of the stream. I'm going to take a look at the actual changes. Take a look at the actual changes. Give me a second. I need to go to the washroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. I almost forgot to do this. Okay, there you go. And we're off to the best, the best cutscene in the entire game, entire early game.
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
They're just very tuckered out.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
That stare, that weapon.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow. People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Whoop.
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Those are dragon scales.
Yes.
Yep.
Such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
Oh, we're just the people I call for.
Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Ah, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
God, those textures are crunchy.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragon King, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
You yourself have been infused with it, have you not? I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
See here.
Come
along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
They just don't. They just don't.
Oh dear, your
Oh gosh.
What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No
Stydian, he's a good lad.
Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Ryoji is like, oh,
the alchemist who sent the request to your Mistress Cryle. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
absolute mad lad. Oh, honestly, it's just like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's just like pours never drank. Drags him away. Dragon scales, mightier the dragon, more resistant. And I believe this is brought up. They brought it up in another in Lampy's stream that the naming of the dragons are all regions specific. In that they are all specifically tied to different areas of the nations and cultures that they have they're from. Like the ones that are from this one, because we all know this one, Vitra and his sister. They're specifically named for I believe Hindu deities. So that's actually really kind of neat. And I think Vitra was in 6 or 6 or so, or 5. So I'll have to double check on that as a summon or something like that. I have to double check on that. Drunken Deepa. A lot of Aether. I remember back when I when I first started doing this expansion, I was no lifing it, so I didn't really read this the quest specifics of this one, and I didn't even realize "Please stand back" was an actual literal request for the character to stand back, take a few steps back for her to trigger the next part of the game. I was like, why isn't this thing not discharging Aether? I needed to discharge Aether, and I was just trying so many things, and I just took us 3 steps back, and I was like, oh, I see now. Randy Aether, please stand back. There's a guy right near. Discharging Aether. Please collect. Here you go. I'm good. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Where should be... She should be over here, I think. Just down by the entrance. And I can meet her on the halfway point. Because if I remember correctly, they just shortened it up a little. Because it's not an escort quest. It's just a meet halfway point. There we go. Okay. Bop. I like the what it seems they've done with the they've done with red mage is that they've shortened up the cast times for cast times and the stocking points for all the extra um extra attacks and stuff, and it's just like, hey, do you want to be more fancy? Fancy. Here's some more attacks, and it just looks really nice and nice and fancy. Although I do also want to try out Machinist when I get a chance to.
Yes, that would be Radzad Han. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill.
Yep.
I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
You can tell me of the satrap.
Well, he is the most important person in Radzadhan. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjord from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzadhan to thrive all these years.
Makes sense.
It was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
We're all worked to the bone and stuff, so it takes a lot of work to get everything together.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time.
Owen.
Expected to remember every trivial detail.
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans.
Oh, Owen. That's a reference to tactics.
Yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned. For we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Like, I like how this sort of just culminates in the fact that like stuff like Owen is a footnote, but it's a very strong footnote, because if you did what do you call it the series known as Evilise. You know, the fact that there was a story of what do you call it? Not pandemonium, but there was the aura site, and all that complications within. and Owen was one of the key founding members of the situation back in that situation. It was like, if Van Daniel was part of that whole situation, then it makes sense why he was part of it. Yeah, 12 is a really big part of this series. Yeah. Hi, Marshawn. Crash new Allison prototypes. It's a good series. Giant's Call. Okay. I'll go and get it. I feel like nowadays in the later parts of the game, fetching stuff, it has more purpose than just like you're just a glorified fetch quester, because it actually means you're getting something that's crucial to the storyline. I don't know. It feels more meaningful nowadays. Having a fetch quest given to you as a character, and then anything else. Maybe it's just me and the fact that I enjoy the weirdness of how everything turns out, but the game does give me an idea of how everything should go through. I love how riding the Hamsa's look. It's just dodos. I actually haven't finished 12. I mean, I played 12 when I played original. I played original 12. I played original 12 when it first came out, and then I got stuck when the game was told me, hey, you have to grind hunts to proceed, and then it was like it went. Oh, by the way, there's this hunt that you have to do, but it's a big giant T-Rex, and you're not prepared for it, but you have to do it anyhow. And I was like, but why? Why do I have to do a giant T-Rex when I'm not prepared for it? Please, game, stop it. Stop it. The remake I have, and I really need to play that game. I have a remake, and I need to play it. That's fair. I didn't have. I was playing it when I was still in college, so I was basically doing it by myself. I didn't have anybody to go to, but I actually put it down and I played Xenosaga 3 actually during that time. Also, oh, smooth Nadine. I congratulate Square Enix for making a unique face for Nadine, but that poor man needs more polygons. This poor man needs more polygons. I can't wait for his glow up. This man needs more polygons in general. I can't wait for his more polygon era. But like everybody looks really good except for Nabdeen. I don't hold that against him because like it's just Nabdeen being Nabdeen. I think what would really help Nabdeen's profile is that if he had eyebrows. If he had eyebrows, I feel like it would help Nabdeen a lot. He's a wonderful character, though. He is amazing. He's just adorable. I love him. Okay. Now I need to go and get... Oh, wait, hold on. Right, I need to use the Hamsa. Not the Hamsa. I don't know why they had just let us use the Hamsa, but it's great. This thing is so goofy. I love the music. Although I will miss the battle music for this game, for this area when it is. Let's construct additional polygons. Yeah. Hey, there's hunt mark. No, that's not hunt marks. Those are literal scorpions. B, those are hunt marks. No, those are little scorpions. So, my plans for Dawn Trail is to play about 5 hours of the first zone. I feel like that will be that'll be sufficient enough to get through the first area, and then call it for the day, because I know for a fact that I could go hard on it, but I don't want to, because last time I went really hard on Dawn Trail, I actually hurt myself. Like it took a year for my hands and fingers to recover from injury, because I hurt myself really hard, really badly playing Endwalker. Like it got to the point where I hurt my hands and fingers from a repetitive stress injury, And that was not great. It's not great at all. I can't do it. Can't do it. Not again. Not again. I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm setting limits. I'm setting a timer. Setting a timer for myself. So it's like 5-hour stream. 5-hour stream at the most. And even if I'm in the middle of a cutscene or whatever, I'll finish the cutscene and then say, "Hey, you know what? That's it. That's it for today. I will take time and stop there, and that's where I'll end the stream for that day." I mean, it's just common sense, I don't want to hurt myself again. All right. Very peaceful.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well. You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
All this effort was for naught. The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea. And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear.
All about answering a question.
Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our full dragoon here is proof of that.
I mean, you know. Hey, it's Fanny Ding Dong, her Ding Dong.
What is it? What did you see? Van Daniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last!
Excellent. You have our countermeasure.
We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments. We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Honestly, it's a good plan because Nadana is not combatant, and it would be less of a risk than sending in a fully armed combatant to test it.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example.
If Nadana was any more of a combatant, we could have a very risk.
Then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
She does have to write a sonority, so, you know.
Assuming Van Daniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of
Alright.
the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore.
Let's go.
See you there.
Oh, it's dusk too. Yeah, like kind of feels kind of poetic in that sort of regard. Time to head on out. I wonder if the GMs will actually unstick me, because that's a really annoying problem I'm having right now. It should unstick me. It's not my problem, but after this, I'm going to power cycle the power cycle everything and see if that'll work. All right, head to the Tower of Zot.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
All right, have a good time, Mona.
Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could. So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
All right.
A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be. Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
Nice.
What?
Oh. Well, that's no good. Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Hey, funny Daniel, let her go.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased.
You'll punch your face out, funny Daniel.
Legends of old would have positively squealed in delight. Though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting. Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories. But I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
Of course.
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old
At your service.
Ah, and here's the plot twist.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
Nope.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot.
Makes
Our
sense.
nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Ah.
Heed me,
It's always back to Alec.
No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation.
Of course.
Your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
explains why
All
it
the empire
is.
affirm the truth, majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
And he just heads on out. Just like him. Just like him.
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals.
Hey, come on.
If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again. Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Oh, good. I can't wait. The Asian music just sort of pontificates all terribleness that's about to happen. Oh gosh. Just all the terribleness. Every time the Endwalk, the Endwalk is never ending. Am I always amused by it? Yes. Like, having played through Endwalker a couple of times, but not as many times as say Reborn or Heaven's Ward or whatever. I can definitely get what they're going for, and it was just sort of a wrap up. It was definitely a wrap up of the series and of the storyline. I like how everything came to fruition. So yeah. He is alive, yes. Wording skills, as many as we can. Motivation, motivation times 20. Let's go and talk to the satrap. I like how they were like, instead of moping, they were like, all right, Nadana's been taken. The prototype's lost, but not, let's not mope about this. Let's get out on our feet and make enough warning scales to combat this threat and get Nadana back and get as many able-bodied people to fight this threat. And that's really how you really want to write the last legs of a storyline like this. You know, there's no room for moping around. You know, it's like, okay, we have our goal, we have our heading. It's time to make good on a promise. Yeah, yeah. Our prototype is a success, so provide supplies for the soldiers. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly how it should be, and that's good writing right there. I like that. It feels very natural because it's like they were all their work is not for naught. They have the means to fight now. They have the means to combat the Tower of Zot.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rods at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
It's like, oh no, more stairs.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
Ilzamar, Razat Han.
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
More like a ghost town now because there's not very many people and traders there anymore. Oh, we're just going straight to Magahuda. I forgot about that.
Here we are. Magaduta.
We could do that.
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
Do, do, do. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Zatsudan. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Everything went to plan.
I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
He hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Hi.
I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgardsormr's spawn. I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Zatsudan had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively.
Interesting.
In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair.
Jargon.
Next to arrive with the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Zatsudan.
But if Ritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
It's just a honorary position.
Yes, and one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
"'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Zatsudan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel.
I always loved this aspect of Vitra.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood.
It's probably only Estinian that can sense a dragon like that, honestly, because it's probably only those two that can resonate that way.
We sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Zatsudan. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
Yeah, you'll need an elite force to do that.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told.
Yep.
'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear.
Hey, yeah, no problem. Honestly, I've been itching for this.
Be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Mm-hmm. Because not everybody's got the blessing of light.
Even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
Yeah, please.
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go, steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
And he's off.
Thou not lend thine aid.
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Zatsudan, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
Ah, Estinian. Back in the day, you would have just walked out and said, hell no. I love him. I love Estinian. I was like, back in the day, he would just walked out and said, nope, nope. Tuned Aphrodite here before the recording. Yeah, I tuned to the Aphrodite. Let me see if I can go back here and. Okay, I can't. Make sure that I have it tuned to this one. Okay, yeah, okay. Alright, I have it tuned. I am going back to Old Charlian. And that's where we'll call it for today. I think I wanted to get to do one area of one area in this altogether before, and do at least one area per place. But yeah, that was pretty good. It's kind of like a retrospective because now I am basically going through not the entirety of Endwalker, but like the 6.0 storyline. And I mean, while Lampy's doing 6.1 to 6.5, I'm kind of like sort of moseying at a decent pace through 6.0, and like just sort of getting through what's there, you know. There's not very much to say about it, but other than I really enjoy see what's coming through. Doesn't seem like the GMs have gotten back to me for anything, so we're going to call it here. Thank you for all for coming. Thank you for everybody sitting in, and it's been a really quite nice kind of day. We had a good day, good stream, and I think I'll do this tomorrow. Actually, I'll do this tomorrow in the afternoon. Oh shoot! I turned off my my avatar. Oh well, never mind. All right, talk to y'all later. See ya.